It's time to move on with another match, and we'll be playing against opponent. Okay. Watch this match on And You Left the Game YouTube channel. Done. Okay, now it's time for me to build up some stuff, and I make money from views, and you get to see yourself on TV. Now it's time to get those links in. So our opponent could as well be somewhere out there. I only have one of these guys left, so I'm not even going to rush this time. It looks like I've been just a little bit too slow here. Not bad. Besides, I've changed my decal a little bit. I didn't like that it wasn't fully kind of it didn't fit properly the last time. The smile you're on wasn't really kind of done properly there. In any case, we're playing against the Terran, as you can see, and it will certainly not going to end well, right? So let's kind of move up a little bit now, and obviously that run by there wasn't exactly what I wished. In any case, let's go and build ourselves a few thingies here that would help us out a little bit. Oh, look at that. This area is so bad. It would be very difficult to do a proper job here. In any case, I'm gonna go and build myself a few thingies. Okay, now it looks like I could as well try to get on the ramp. How's that? Yeah, let's go. Oh no, it was so close. Oh no. Okay, you go here, you go there. Let's go back. Everybody go here. You turn. Okay, I couldn't see what was that, but I suspect that it was them. Okay. Okay, let's go here. And I want you to make a drop over here. Okay. There's more links there. So we may as well get these guys in. Okay, go. And you drop. You get in a position. I'm still waiting for those overlords there. And I need an extra queen here and there. Furthermore, I could as well build myself a Veiling's Nest and some other stuff. Okay, he's moving out. And these guys can come into his mineral line and start blasting. And I'm making stuff happen here. Alright. We go in here and we build more. Go. Go here. Go and fight. I want them to fight, and I want them to mostly fight these Hellions. Now that we know what he has there, He may as well come at me with all those Hellions. Okay. And I could as well prepare myself a defensive perimeter here and build some of this stuff up. Alright. In this way, I'm sure I'm going to stay protected just for a little while longer. Alright, it looks like the drop will end here. And I would certainly need to build things up a little bit. And that's all for that. Yeah! Boom! So that's what you get. I'll have a few spawn crawlers here and there. You may as well try to come over, but I hope to deter that from happening. Now these guys can move on to the side here. We'll get ourselves a few upgrades and more workers. As you can see, I have quite a few workers already, but I'll kind of focus on the workers now. You see, I expect that my opponent won't be attacking me just for a little while, and I could just simply kind of drone up, right, and kind of become a lot more powerful. Now it's time to go for a roach warren. I think that I actually forgot. I think I needed it. I'm sure I needed it a little bit earlier. Oh wow! Oh wow! Look at that. It looks like that's gonna be bad. And let's get those zerglings out. And it seems that my opponent here has did the right thing, no doubts about that. I don't have any roaches, and it looks like my drones need to be evacuated now. And that liberator right there has did a truly great job. And I don't have that many warriors left here. I do have a bunch of spine crawlers, but these are not going to be much, and it looks like I'm left with GGing out. YouTube channel done. Well, that was quite interesting, intense match. It looks like he left me, but it's certainly no way of there's certainly no way of coming back from this. In any case, surprisingly enough, he has a tank over here. Let's get a few zerglings, and with those few zerglings we may as well do something. Oh no! Everything here is lost, as you can see. Now he's pushing on me from one side and from the other side, and it looks like he's coming in with widow mines and a tank there. It looks like there's not much I can do about this. I like this player. He has like variety of units: Hellbats, tank, Liberator. He's fixing himself with a mule that he dropped. He has widow mines. Everything seems to be awesome. Let's move back now and rewind this game, see how did my opponent play this. In any case, I did a ferocious drop on him. If not for the drop, he would have killed me very easily and very quickly with those Hellbats of his, because the Hellbats are a counter to Link. So you see, a Terran only needs to build like 2 Hellbats, and they would just kill off my Zergling lines in the very early game. Now he's going to even build himself a command center. In any case, so far so good. It looks like he sent an SCV there. to scout, but he's not looking. He thinks that his SV can run around my mineral lands. No, that is not going to happen. In any case, he's going to wall himself off. Now, what happened here was just outstanding. I almost ran into his base. Almost. If I would have committed my entire force, I would have been into his base when he lifted that factory up. But I didn't, and it was just a complete disaster. I would have won this game like right here, right here. Imagine if that would be like a hell of a lot of Zerglings, like all of these Zerglings, right? And they would all, including this one, would be coming in and fighting his SUVs. However, that didn't happen. So it looks like, for the sake of it, it's probably best to move here with everything at first and check things out. Maybe, just maybe. Now, when I saw that there were no troops here, I moved out and made myself a push. And that's it. You see? And now it looks like he defended himself very, very effectively and is moving out. And those Hellbats are just a disaster against my Lings. So if you think that Lings are a big deal, no, they're not against the Terran. Because if a Terran builds Hellbats, which is the only like a reasonable unit for it to have against Lings, the Lings would not only be killed off very, very easily and very, very quickly with just a little bit of micromanagement, but he would be able to go on the offensive and just kill off everything and everything I've had. Alright, it looks like he's having a chat with me. Just let me know if you uploaded it, thanks. It will be uploaded in a week. It's time to end You Left the Game YouTube channel. Now that's what his chat, as you can see, he got into whispers, and it's pretty much a different word for private message. Now, as you can see what happened here, he wasn't even looking, right? It was quite nice. Now, what happened is that he successfully ran away with many SCVs there, and I wasn't able to do much damage, and those Hellbats right here in this choke point just devastated everything. Now, obviously they were supported, so it wasn't the choke point, everybody gone down, so that's it. And from here on, my opponent moves on to the offensive, and that spells a disaster for me, because I couldn't counter those Hellions. So this wasn't a Hellbat, this was a Hellion. So rewind, think about me saying Hellbat, and now I'm saying Hellion, right? So Hellbat is the Hellion who transforms into a machine. So the driver is in control of a robot instead of this machine. So basically, a Hellbat is a sort of a very speedy robot, where when in combat the person would most likely turn into a robot, but when going into battle or traveling, he would turn his device or his machine into a Hellion. In any case, it looks like he moves at me with a variety of units, and this variety of units gives him many opportunities here. So that's, for example, Widow Mines here. So he could get these into a line, or he could, in this case right here, fight me. So a Terran is a very defensive race, and the Terran's purpose is to bait you out. A Terran wants you to attack him just because he has, for example, Liberator, which needs to siege to create a liberation zone. So go into Defender mode. In Defender mode, Liberator deploys into like Defender defense like stance or Defender mode. In this mode, Liberators inflict single target damage to ground units. Liberators in this mode cannot move. And that's what happens here. He tries to kind of bait me in, so he wants me to attack the Liberator, take out the Liberator. Then he wants me to move in a position where his Widow Mines would hit me and his Siege Tank would hit me. Then these Hellions with a Cyclone would come in, and they are fast units, so he would try to consistently bait me around. For example, those Roaches, right? He would try to kind of make them move, and they would just obliterate Zerglings and Banelings. So this was a very nice strategy. I see the Liberator, I attack the Liberator, my force is here, let's say 10 or 12 packs of Zerglings, or let's say approximately 8 to 12 or even more Roaches. They kind of move ahead, and then they get hit by Widow Mines. Probably more than 50% of all those troops would die. They would be hit by tanks. They may destroy the tank, right? But they won't be able to do much against all these Hellions and Cyclone when they're being hit after Widow Mine strike and tank Hellfire. And unfortunately or fortunately for me, I didn't have troops whatsoever, so I didn't experience the strategy of my opponent. So you see, in this scenario here, Terran has its upper hand because on the normal circumstances, for example, somewhere in the middle, I may not engage the Terran, right? There's no point in me engaging if I know that he has Widow Mines, he has Tank Siege, he has Liberators there, he has Marines, and he has like a sniper there that actually put like a nuke red dot here, that nuclear launch attack. You know what they mean. So this is a sort of a Terran play, right? He's gonna siege, he's gonna create Liberator zones, he's going to deploy mines, and in this way he's going to destroy like half of your force very quickly. Now in this case right here, as I previously mentioned, I can kind of decide to send a couple of links in. I see that he has a very defensive structure here, and I may decide to not attack him, right? So I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna kind of move into his base, send a few troops here to kind of bait him a little bit. Now he would have to move, he would have to create another like defensive zones and so on and so forth. However, here I am forced to move through this because he's sieging my base, and that's the biggest problem here. So I will have to suffer enormous damage due to the fact that he has deployed himself so close right here. However, I don't have any troops to fight him, and he with his tanks won't have a problem getting rid of everything. As you can see, these Hellions are very effective. They're very vulnerable to spines, and he got hit by spines consistently, and Hellbats and Hellions almost won't do any damage to buildings. However, I would say that one spine should be placed here, another spine should be placed probably a little bit closer, maybe here, so that these would fight. I would say that probably on the perfect circumstances there should be 3 spines, one in the middle, somebody here, if we know that we're going to be attacked by a ground troop. So one here, so that everybody could hit around the hive. So they have to be deployed in a way where our workers wouldn't be hit, and the spines would be consistently able to hit the units that are trying to hit the workers. You see, in these kind of scenarios, the most important thing is to take out the workers and not take out the static defense, because then you would just lose your troops or too many troops and won't be able to take out the workers in time before the reinforcements show up to kill all your troops, like your enemy's reinforcements show up. So as a defender, you have to set up your spines so effectively that they would be able to kill your opponent's troops when your opponent is trying to kill your workers. Now in here we can see that the Hellbats are fighting the workers and have lost. However, and that is it. He sends additional Liberator, and it looks like it's all over now. Nothing's going to save me. And these Widow Mines even hit the Overlords there. That's the performance. Look at that, he was from Diamond League. So, or even more, I'm not sure what kind of league is this, but I bet this is a Diamond League. With an Eagle, I've never seen anything like that before. In any case, he played very well. No doubts about that. He used a variety of units. And we can view his profile. So as you can see, he was losing games so consistently that he is suffering a potential demotion. So it moved on to Gold 2. So he's not in the Diamond League, he's in Platinum League. So that's even one step ahead. And I was in Gold League, right? So you see what happened here is quite interesting. His MMR went down, and while he's still in the Platinum League somehow, his MMR is matching him against the players from Gold League. What does that mean? That means that he's in the Platinum League, but he's as good as a player in a Gold League Tier 2. So that's why he's playing against me. In any case, he played very well. And we should probably check out player profiles more often than not. We can move on to their match history here and see how well they were doing. Look at that, he wasn't playing for 5 years. Then he started playing. And he's moving up. Ladders, he's only playing Terran. Nobody else. And he's in top 25. Race report. Trophy case, no trophies. Reviews, no reviews. Let's move to the next one. Oh, wait a second, somebody's typing something here. So, no, nobody's typing anything anymore. I could swear I've seen a bunch of dots here. And that's it. Let's move on to the next one now.